And when the music over, it mean the start of the show with the 1. And I think we got a 2.
Dos Reales.
And oh yeah, that's not bad. And then we
Tasty
got
place.
All right. I do believe that the vidya is working and the mics are coming in hot, folks. So make sure to sound off in that live chat down below, Truther Tribers. We already got someone coming in from a Real AF podcast, some famous person, Miss Wilkinson. Welcome back to the show there, because it is welcome back to the Truther Cast, home of the Truther Cast. And we are going to be here, folks, to take your truth orders. And if you are not familiar with us, if you are not familiar with the show, if you are not a frequent flyer of the show, we are attempting to not just be two more dudes out here on the old internet complaining, bitching, and moaning and blackpilling everything and telling everyone that Daddy Trump is a horrible person who orchestrated the Charlie Kirk assassination and we regret voting for him and he ain't never did nothing about Epstein, so I'm going to leave the MAGA party because I don't know about you folks, but I'm kind of getting sick of all that bullshit. But, you know, I don't know, man. I'm kind of a loyal guy, so I'm kind of like stuck in a spot right now because I don't think it's that bad yet to jump ship or nothing, man. But if you are familiar with the show, thank you so very much for coming on back. Thank you, Miss Wilkinson there. And thank you to the other, like, what is it, like, we got like 10 people or something like that, but I don't see your names. So make sure to sound off in that live chat. And that box down there is for your thoughts and your feelings is on stuff. Or if you got something from last week that you think needs some awareness that we maybe haven't talked about yet, or maybe I didn't notice, definitely sound off on that live chat down below. Or the comments if you're watching in the playback. We just talked to a friend of ours that did not understand how podcasts work. And he had no idea he could watch this back after the live show. So
I mean,
the more you know.
It's
the more you know.
If you're wondering about the situation, folks, what we could be meaning is, well, it makes sense. I could see, like, I didn't know until, like, I had to just stumble upon it. So, like, when people go live, well, the chat that's there isn't there after the live's cut. That whatever was chatted and, like, commented,
live chat is
that
gone.
doesn't exist after, you know,
totally.
The episode's gone. But the actual, what was live in the moment ends up being a recorded bit, and then you can replay as a video down the way. I don't know. Do some people that do lives only do lives and don't have the episode around then after?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some people. Yeah, that would make sense.
But it's more rare because then you don't get that piece of content.
Right, yeah. For the majority, yeah, it goes live, and then if you missed it, you can go back and see it. You just can't have fun live talking, interacting with us.
Right. But you can comment and then we'll respond there for you, man. You get a little interaction there.
Does the Timcast ones, they're there after he lives it, right?
Yeah, no, they stay there and then they clip them all up and everything.
Yeah. So some people don't, but we here at the Truthercast, our episodes are still there. If you missed it live, don't be sad. You just go to our page on Rumble and then you just watch it back. It's not live. It's not as engaging, entertaining, blood flowing, pumping, but it's still, you'll still get what we're here to give you, which is realization and awareness. Hopefully at least a little every week.
They call it trickle down awareness.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Trickle down economics. Yeah, here we are with the trickle down awareness.
You got trickle down economics, you got trickle down banging, and then you got trickle down awareness. So
those are good trickle downs.
Yeah, like somebody always is, gonna pick up the crumb.
I like good trickle downs.
Yeah.
A trickle down.
Bad trickle down. Not good.
Yeah, like as a dude, you take a leak and then you think everything is out and then you go walking on off and there's a trickle down.
I don't think that's just a dude problem.
I've never thought about that till now.
Think about going out in the woods and you're not having a tallywhacker to cut it off.
I mean, I guess for some reason, we're not going to go into this here, probably for who all listens to the
we've
podcast.
Got this thing called a locals community that you should come and check out, folks, because this is where I post throughout the week. And Mr. Dinosaur does too, because we've got a few this week. And, you're supposed to see it. It's broken, though, but it's more funny when we have it broken on the show.
If you're a frequent flyer, you will know that something has been broken. I think 100% of the episode's time.
I'd say... I'd like to give us one, so let's say 98%.
99.9.
99.9% of the time.
Just like they put on the labels of hand sanitizer and all those cleaning agents.
And vaccines.
Because, do you know why it is 99.9? It is never 100%. Liabilities.
Oh, of course, yeah. Damn it, legal.
Because there's this thing you can do in this country. You can sue. You can sue anything. If you win that suing battle is another thing.
Gee, Dan,
this might be... there's probably only one person that may or may not be listening to the podcast that would understand what I might be referring to a certain incident
about a conversation.
Still a little... gets you a little hoppy.
Dan talked to stupid people this weekend, and now he's still riled up.
Hold on. Just unrealized, unawarative,
unintelligent people.
Just really never thinking they're never wrong. It seems like.
Dan talked to a moron this weekend.
Well, let's give them some credit. Hopefully, not that much of a moron. And just they didn't realize how much the alcohol was, affecting their intellectual qualities.
Shoot.
Of arguing and fact proving. So yeah, it was an interesting time.
Breaking news. Wilkinson says that Candace Owens made some progress on the Charlie Kirk situation that I do think she's being a little crazy about, but hey, dude, that's how tinfoil hats start. And I used to be the crazy son of a bitch saying stupid stuff. And she said it's actually insane, and she brought the receipts. I has not heard the update. Do fill us in.
Ooh.
We can pull that up in a little bit when I get like a linky poo, perhaps. In the meantime, though, we've got this coming in hot from Mr. Dinosaur in the locals community, folks. You should definitely come in and join us in the locals community if you would like to stay informed throughout the week, or you can do that for free. Just make a free account. Or if you would like to post, comment, whatever in there, do thingies and engage, you could join the Truther Tribe Primo Squad. It is a very low cost of monies, but you would be supporting the show and keeping the lights on here. If you would like to save some money, you can use the promo code Better News Feed. But if you'd like a free way to help keep the lights on around the show, my man Dan always likes to help you out.
Right, listen, hoes. Click that share button. It ain't hard. We appreciate it. That's pretty much it.
And if you click the share button, then you're sharing the show, and I do believe that makes you not a hoe.
It makes you anti-Semitic.
Whoa, shit. No, we want them to share the thing.
Wait. No, opposite of anti. It makes you Semitic.
Anti-Semitic.
It makes you Semitic.
Yeah, just
because you like the Jewish stuff.
Right.
You're saving money.
Share the show.
You're saving
don't be
money.
a
It's
hoe,
free.
and be Semitic. Oh,
Yeah.
I think that's the new shtick.
Yeah.
Click the share button and be Semitic with us. All right. But then they're going to say that's racist.
We're going to grab a bunch of haters, lose a bunch of people. Oh, they support the... Oh, well, you better keep on listening because we will tell you, if you don't know that, not all Jews are the same. Not all white people are the same. Not all Jews... Are all Jews white?
But all Jews are rich, right?
No, negative. Negative. Hey, I don't remember his name, but there's he's a pretty controversial, and probably only because that he like jokes about him being Jewish. I don't even think he's got a look. He could maybe be Jewish, but it's this dude that goes on there, acts like he's just like definitely got a couple screws loose. Like,
yeah,
this is just the way I act, man.
Yeah.
And this dude it says he's Jewish, and then Tony was like, "What's the least Jewish thing about you?" And he's like, "Oh, dude, I have no money. Absolutely no money." It's like, yeah, that and the stigma, that is not very Jewish of you, dude. So there's one maybe Jew that might not have a lot of money. Other than that, I'm pretty sure they all at least have something. They're not dead broke.
So that's the tell me you're not Jewish without telling me you're not Jewish.
Yeah.
My bank account has not many zeros. Oh, gotcha. So, Dano, what was you telling us about here, son? We should fact check this, but that sounds about right. It's not even Americans mostly on food stamps. Oh, yeah. No, I think we covered this, bro. Yeah. This is bonkers.
Yeah, they posted like a decent list.
Yeah. We went through this one.
I mean, if you add in all the other ones, it's more obviously than the total of the biggest bit, which is a certain country of people.
What these percentages were the percentages of that population that's on food stamps, which is crazy because the top one was like what?
Right? Yeah. So like it's not. It's like out of every the population, the populace of people taking in food stamps, they're not the biggest number in like correlation to other parties per se.
I think so. Yeah.
There are people registered here,
right?
Out of their population, their populace, the majority of their people are all taking food stamps.
Right, bro.
Which means
it's like 90% or something for Afghan, or is it 50? Yeah, 50%. Picture is small.
Yeah, picture is small.
We had the picture. One of
oh, that's what 59%. 59%. It says in the main.
Oh, like there. Up here. Yeah, 59%.
Which they're just saying illegal aliens, but they're generalizing the Afghans.
Right. And then this one was 40. It was 43% of Afghans are on welfare.
Oh no,
42% of Somalis.
Yeah, okay.
It's
So
by
these
nationality.
are all only immigrants. Countries.
No.
I thought this
we
was
got American. We got
Hmm.
America down here at 8.6%.
Okay.
So 8.6% of Americans are on food stamps, but that number could be larger technically or something,
Right.
Like
so
you were pointing out.
The post, their math maybe not.
And then they had American.
Super correct.
Then they had American blacks up here, and I was like, oh. So you're going to separate it like that. So 27% of American blacks
We're doing it again. It always comes back to this. Hey, we're all in this together. But on paper, we're going to separatize you.
No. Yeah, 23% of Haitians are on welfare.
I think as a Democrat probably...
Oh, dude, 27% of Puerto Ricans are on welfare, so that explains your argument.
Oh. Interesting. I feel like somebody might need... I should have told told him about the show.
Yeah.
You know, you might need to figure some things out. So you should listen.
Call me crazy, but I think that you might need some more awareness. So you're going to need to tune into the Truthercast. It's the best show on Monday nights.
But also there is that interesting rule. Well, not rule, but good way to live by. Good wise thing of knowing when to just not put the effort in or not care because they are, you know, there's certain sayings like diamonds are forever. Well, that ignorance is probably also forever because they are choosing to not have any other possible way of how it is. They go, well, tell me what you think of how it is. And then they like listen. And they sit there with their mouth closed as they're going through their head. This is what I'm going to tell this guy. This is how I'm going to convince this guy that my side's actually right. Because I'm not even listening to why his side might be right. I just know my side's right. I'm just waiting to just throw it right at you.
So Wilkins saying in the chat is saying Egyptian plane was tracked with Erica Kirk 68 times over the last 2 years. Also, they tracked the shooter going to the coffee shop numerous times that just so happens to be across the street from the FBI.
Dude, there's a lot of things that seem weird with his wife that doesn't smell good.
I know. I can't tell if it's like, I can't tell if it's like confirmation bias or we're picking up a trail.
Yeah, like
we can do the whole like
one of the most God-fearing patriot Americans we had. Because if it is real, that means basically George Washington got infiltrated by Medusa.
That means she was a fang, bro.
Which is where we really got to start thinking, okay, that's where we are in the game. They are taking out our top players with Satanist value. Like, it is
that's what I said when people first brought it up. I was like, yo, look,
dancing really around some times of back in the day of when people had, you know, swords and stuff, and they started going to war over something that's not seen or can be felt or heard. Man. Yeah. But and they're poking really close to that again.
When people first said it, bro, I was like, I've said some crazy conspiracy theories back in the day that people thought I was brain dead when I said them, and they became true. So I'm not throwing it out, but it sounds absolutely bonkers when you tell me, oh, Erica Trump was a plant from the whole time, worked in the Trump agency or the company, and then got set up with Charlie Kirk. Erica Kirk. And then Erica Kirk was married to him and played wife and had his children all to dupe him and get him murdered and then take over the movement. Like,
well, the thing is, it wouldn't have been the first time this has happened.
Like, what else?
Agents play the long game.
I know, right? But you never hear of any, bro. Like, what are some like big high profile ones that we found out about?
Who was the one senator that had the Chinese spy as a wife?
So it was Eric Swalwell, and that was the Fang thing. They were dating, but 20 years he was with her, bro. Fang, and then Dianne Feinstein, she was with a dude spy for 10 years.
It's no short games that they play.
But the murdering part, man, the like, oh, it was all a setup to get him murdered and then take over Turning Points. I'm like, dang, this is the biggest one we've ever found out about, possibly. There's got to be others in history we're just unaware of. You know?
Well, we're not generally taught about that.
Or I mean that we do know about that we didn't hear about or something.
Like, well, we do. They generally try to not bring, like, it's historical markers because we know history is a cycle and it will repeat itself if certain players are in place.
Wilkinson, agree with you.
And that marker could be the marker of basically, like, what was the straw that that broke the camel's back before World War II or World War One?
World II was Reichstag, right?
You wouldn't believe that it was happening, and then it happens, and it's because of an evil purpose.
Like, and it's a false flag potentially, like Reichstag. They did it on purpose and then blamed it on the Jews.
But like it's some just crazy, and it's the two-sided thing between pretty much believing in the betterment or they're out to get us.
Right.
And, well, if
or the believing there's no such thing as good guys too. That's the thing that I find difficult. Is like, oh, we're totally screwed. Everything's a bad guy.
If it is what it is they are basically an evil entity per se, to make it shorter. That the whole point was this guy is got a real chance at actually making an influence for like the good side of the world. And well, you don't think like that's the thing. Us as on the good side, we can't even comprehend the levels of evil that they stoop down to.
Right.
We just can't believe, like, no, a person couldn't be capable of that. Well, that's the thing. They're not just people.
100%.
They're not just people.
Yep.
They are people compromised with a certain energy, whatever you want to call it.
Bro.
And so they will do things to make sure their agenda happens.
Right.
And are the people going to... It's once the people see, because that's what I was trying to get across with. Before the big wars happen, it's just people being blind, and then all of a sudden enough of them go, oh, wait, I'm seeing this for how it really is.
Right.
And then it's go time.
Right.
If people see, if this is what it is, and people see that this was just basically a battle between good and evil, I'd say that's the tipping point right there. There's if they're willing to go to that level, that's the marker in place in history. We have no options now. That's not an extinguishable fire. You have to remove said burning material from the ordinance place of burning.
Right.
Have to remove the said fire. So what does that mean then in regards of with that problem? The way it was seen back in the day. We can't put you over here. You won't mind your own business over here anymore. Like we gave you a place to be able to go do what you wanted and have the resources. Like you're not at a disadvantage. You're just in your space, going to do what you do. Leave us alone to do what we do over here. And they have been crossing the fence and throwing rocks into our camp and poisoning our water well and killing off our cattle one by one for a long time. When you can't let them do that to every single one of your cattle. There is a point where you have to then say, all right, the problem has to be taken care of, and it can't be like trimmed. You can't trim it down.
Right.
You can't remove this or that.
Right.
And then hopefully good is left over, like the bad that's left over fixes itself into good.
Well, it's just like a drop in the water of dye. Like you're never getting that out.
You have to pitch the whole bucket of water.
Yeah.
Get fresh water. Do you understand what I am saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's where people say we should just bomb the Middle East, bro, because like, oh, them kids are always going to grow up and still have the same ideals of just like go murder people like the Palestinians or Americans. And it's like,
what I'm saying is a group of culture, how it works with it's a group of energies and vibrations that are going to mesh and flow to whatever doorway opens is a possibility for them. And if they like, we are only having so many doors for us to go into, and all our energies are combining and getting more massive per se in different pools, and only certain doors are going to be able to let these pools in unless we separatize again.
Yeah.
So it's it's interesting times right now with a lot of crappy shit happening. Well, so
Hussein got us the timestamp here of the Candace clip, apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's get back to the Candace thing and how for sure is this.
If you were a regular
whatever they got going on as a possibility.
When this first started happening and Donald Trump started calling it a hoax, I mentioned that there was two possibilities.
Episode 966.
One, he's somehow implicated. which I don't believe that he is.
No, I don't.
And two, he was baiting them in to demanding the release themselves. All right. So I found out some other stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
When he calls it a hoax, here's what he means. I've said this a number of times on the show. Define what a hoax means. Like, that doesn't sound good. We all know it's not a hoax.
Right, right.
All right. So when he's saying it's a hoax, what he's saying is it's a hoax how they're trying to make him appear that he's implicated. All right. He's not saying that the entire.
Oh yeah, this is what I've been trying to explain to people, because like even like people on Trump's side or MAGA are trying to say like, oh, Trump's ridiculous because now he's calling Epstein a hoax. He's like, no. He's saying what he's explaining here.
Their thing is a hoax. He's saying the way they're trying to weaponize it is a hoax.
Gotcha.
All right. And if that's what he means, then it would make sense for him strategically to continue to call it a hoax, get everybody riled up, because they hate every single thing that he does and want to do the opposite. If you told these motherfuckers, don't.
Is this where the Candace clip is, Wilkins saying?
It was 50-50, I think she said.
50-05?
50-05.
Yeah, and it's like a live, so they don't have the little show you the video. I was trying to just find the damn clip on her frickin' feed here.
I would say the easiest way to fact check this is, when did he start Turning Point USA and when did they start dating, him and Erica?
Remember the story? He interviewed her for a job, and they just like loved each other at first sight, and it turned into a date.
Okay, yeah, she was a plant the whole time.
Right. And then people are
you
saying
gotta
that,
watch out for those bombshell blondes.
and then people are saying that Trump was in on it because, she was in the pageant that Trump owned, and then, she worked for the Trump company, and then, he became friends with Trump early on before he even started Turning Point, or right when he started Turning Point. So then people speculate, Donald Trump set him up with her. So then, that means Trump's part of the evil bad guy plan, that she was a spy plan. I'm like, okay, now you're going a little bit crazy, man. Going a little bit crazy, but anything's possible.
Not like it's 0%. How many? If I had a nickel for every time I've said that.
Yeah, right. That's your theme for tonight.
That's just the theme for everything.
135.
People are like, it's impossible.
Here we go.
Well, I mean, how real and impossible do we want to talk about things? Because if we get into the law of...
On Twitter today, saying, quote, this was 9 hours ago, saying, quote, today is going to be a big day. What we will present in the Charlie Kirk investigation is going to change everything. This is not, that is not an exaggeration. Nothing will be the same. Okay, now this is the full clip that she just released on a follow-up of this, okay, which you just alluded to. Let's check this out.
Now, okay, so you have to remember that Charlie landed into Salt Lake City at 9:23 a.m. local time. I suspect that if he had instead landed into Provo, he would have recognized the blue Egyptian plane, okay? It's not every day that you see an Egyptian military craft. It is now my well-informed opinion that he would have looked at that plane and he would have recognized the blue plane, and he would have instantly realized that something was amiss. And now I'm going to explain to you very carefully why I suspect that it is highly likely that Charlie would have recognized that plane. Okay, tail number SUBND, the blue plane. A pregnant mommy sleuth who was locked into this investigation discovered something that me and my team had missed. I consider her, obviously, and all of you to be my decentralized intelligence agents. Anyway, she sent me a rather urgent email, and I'm obviously protecting her identity for reasons that are clear. But I want you to know that this discovery is due entirely to her. She is the person that, in this regard, went max for Charlie when I missed something. Her email stated, in effect, that I was only partially...
I'm going to protect her identity. She already mentioned like one other descripting factor of said individual. Dang it. Like what? Okay. So
right
obviously
about
you're
the
not
plane track
an expert in those parts, whatever.
Charlie, that she had done an additional 15 hours of research and was able to discern that the person the planes were actually tracking for years was Erica. Not Charlie, but Erica was the one being tracked by these planes. And indeed, it turns out that she was correct. She discovered that between 2022 and September of 2025, both of those aircrafts, SU-BTT, the yellow plane, and SU-BND, the blue plane, showed 68 overlaps with Erica's documented locations, okay? 68 overlaps. I have since been able to add now 73 times that this overlapped, okay? And 29 of those instances also happened to include Charlie. Charlie was also present. And that's what I was stumbling upon when I was looking into this. I was like, why is this plane where Charlie is? The flights were majority clustered within 5 states, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Delaware, and Utah. And it's a pattern that she believes is statistically not random. I am telling you this information has been completely verified. I am showing you this on a spreadsheet now. These are all the instances in which this plane, 68 instances that this plane crossed with Erica.
This is a lot.
You know
But
what
now
the
it's in a spreadsheet, so we gotta like take the word of that thing, kind of thing.
Who's gonna be the person to blow it up? Look on.
Interesting. What's Andy say?
To be put through that fucking scrutiny like that.
No, bro. No, it's terrible. Let's say she has nothing to do with it at all and she's getting all this heat. That's terrible, right? But I think that this should be explained.
Well, dude, because
Right?
there's so much that goes with this, man.
Yeah, that's the tricky thing of all the tinfoil hattery, man, is like, you know, until they're more fleshed out, it's like, oh, you're attacking this person. But then when you flesh it out and it's true, it's like, I effing knew it. This was totally worth doing all that investigating and conspiracy theorying.
Yeah. Man,
Oh, why it logged me out?
what the heck is happening?
Log me out. I'm gonna log back in. Okay, here we go. And we got another dinosaur coming on up here. Mr. Dan said, does anyone actually understand our economy to where they're able to explain it well?
Just trying to make sure to find the volume button. Since it's Instagram, I know you have a problem with that.
I have a big problem.
Brilliant thinker. White House economic.
Blow everybody's speakers out because I turned it up for the last one.
Friend who's been with me a long time, a brilliant thinker. White House economic advisor Jared Bernstein joins us now from the White House.
Thanks so much. The U.S. government can't go bankrupt because we can print our own money.
It obviously begs the question, why exactly are we borrowing in a currency that we print ourselves? I'm waiting for someone to stand up and say, why do we borrow our own currency in the first place?
Yeah.
Like you said, they print the dollar. So why does the government even borrow?
Well, again, some of this stuff gets, some of the language that some of the language and concepts are just confusing. I mean, the government definitely prints money, and it definitely lends that money, which is why the government definitely prints money, and then it lends that money by selling bonds. Is that what they do? They sell bonds. Yeah, they sell bonds, right? Since they sell bonds and people buy the bonds and lend them the money. Yeah. So a lot of times, at least to my ear with MMT, the language and the
And this guy must be a dummy because modern monetary theory is like absolutely handicapped. So he can barely explain the money thing.
concepts can be kind of unnecessarily confusing, but there is no question that the government prints money and then it uses that money to let's see, they print money and they use that money they sell bonds, they borrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can't really talk. I don't get it. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, because it's like the government clearly prints money, does it all the time, and it clearly borrows. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this debt and deficit conversation. So I don't think there's anything confusing there.
I don't think there's anything what
Anyone drinks his coffee.
Yeah,
What?
bro.
What? God damn it.
Yeah.
What is wrong with it? This is just some. First off, does this dude even realize the Federal Reserve isn't federal and is not the government? The government doesn't print money. It's a private freaking entity that prints the money. Nobody knows what's really going on. Bunch of freaking idiots. This has got to be AI. Like, there's no way.
No, I've seen this clip before.
If this dude is really in that position, that's how he just explained it. How do you live with yourself at night? How do you sleep? How do you even like just afford? I know you're in a nice house, everything. You're living great, no problems, and you're a freaking moron,
bro. And then on top of it,
the only reason you are, and see, now this is why it gets dangerous and why they don't want you to know the powers in the people.
100%.
Because that dude only enjoys his life and all that stuff because we keep doing what we're doing. If we didn't, this dude couldn't grow a freaking kumquat. He couldn't grow a watermelon. He couldn't pick cherries from a tree if he wanted the high ones. He'd starve to death in a full environment of food. Like, somehow I'm fully convinced that listening to words leave this dude's lips, he couldn't even survive.
Yeah, no, 100%,
for
bro.
like 3 days if there wasn't any normal shit. Like, we make this guy's life. So if all of a sudden we just decided we're going to do our own thing and not let those people mooch off of us, not gain the access of the products of our energy, then all of a sudden you can start living life well. And then those people that suck and aren't doing anything productive in the community for us as a community to eat food and enjoy community and all this stuff and have good health, well, then get out. Yeah, like, oh, dude.
But then it'd be so unhumanitarian that you weren't making sure that they're all doing good and blah, blah, blah. So
they can be good if they figure out how to grow 3 brain cells over 2. That's all we're asking. We need like 1 more brain cell in there. He's like really close. Yeah, we know it prints money and we know they borrow it. And then like people buy the bonds and then like, wait, I don't know what I'm even talking about here.
So another way to interpret this also, though, because this gets shared around a lot in the finance like internet, right?
Right, yeah.
Is
imagine
no one knows exactly if he was fully being stupid there or if he was like, oh crap, I can't say that because it completely breaks modern monetary theory. Because this guy's a proponent of modern MMT, he said, modern monetary theory.
Yeah.
And it's like basically like socialism, communism logic about how we should change the money system. And it just makes absolutely no sense. It's like worse than the brain dead, like debt-based system we have now.
Well, when you get off gold, it gets complicated and it gets shitty like this. So
100%.
Bring back gold. Well, try to not get assassinated if you try to have it happen, because that's what's happened to every other person that's done it. That's the big question. It's not how our monetary system works. It's why it works that way. Why have we created it to work the way it does? No, you got to understand how it works first. Not really. I guess, yeah. Either way, you have to get financial education.
Yeah, 100%.
Because if you don't understand that currency and money are 2 different things, there's your first problem.
Yeah, very difficult.
It sounds like so basic, but it is. Hey, we are all made up of basic things at the core of it. You don't understand those things, you don't understand how we work. Well, if we, people back in the day didn't have any idea on a single cell, and then what they call protons and neutrons, electrons, they knew they were existing, they knew they were healthy or not. But why? Yeah, they don't even understand. So then how do you get to correcting said issues?
You know what they call?
That's, I guess, then you get into the whole spiritual realm on thing. Because maybe if things really work in true spiritual miracle works like that, you don't need any of that other stuff.
You know what they called bacteria before they knew, like the first time they discovered them, before they called them bacteria?
Germs.
We beasties.
Oh, that's where that. Yeah. Either you or somebody else was telling me that. Yeah, we beasties.
We beasties. Yeah, no, that's true, bro. And that's where all the smart guys like Elon preach learning first principles, because it's all about learning the fundamentals of a concept before you get to a bigger concept. Otherwise, you don't have a good foundation to comprehend things on and whatnot.
Yeah, talking about beasties. Drink one of these and you might become a little beastie. See that, Wilkinson? Grape Smash. You know where I finally found this bad boy?
What is it?
I cleared them out.
What is it?
It's
you cleared them out.
Form Energy. It's a product from our good friends of the show, Andy and DJ from the Real AF podcast and First Form Energy. Yeah.
Mr. Andy Frisella himself.
So 7-Elevens obviously are having their thing. Except Belvedere 7-Elevens, they apparently don't want to participate. I've only found them in several. Apparently, the Mobile on State has them. I've heard. I haven't seen them there yet because I haven't been to the Mobile. This was from a Casey's. Casey's they're smart. They're doing great. Casey's? This was at Casey's in Harvard.
That's a bigger one.
No, this is normal.
That was the normal size one?
Yeah.
Looks bigger than the last one, I thought.
No, it was 16 ouncer.
Gotcha.
But yeah. They had all the flavors, but I got only the grapes because I'd had the other one so far, and they had like 4 grapes. So I was like, I'm just going to grab all the grapes because I know I'm going to like them either way. But yeah, man, Casey's they have been up and going for a long time, and that's why they win, because they make moves like that. They didn't even have to be told by nobody probably. They're just like, the CEO already is like, in the end, he watches the Real AF podcast. He's like, "Oh, dude, we got to get those in the store." I'm just talking, right? I'm like, blowing smoke.
Well, this one right here we got for you folks is where I think
that dude almost looks like he's got.
It's difficult.
Casey's pizza all over his face.
It's difficult to argue with people when you think you know so much, right? So, like, Mr. Dan last week when we were talking about,
you're a know-it-all.
When we were talking about 6'7", he quickly went to, oh yeah, man, this is probably some like evil demonic Hollywood
based
thing.
Off the only 2 things of what I know, that the main thing that they're talking about is only 2 certain numbers that happen to be numbers of significance in a lot of cultures.
And kids right now, if you have kids and you're watching the show, have they said 6'7", and what they tell you? Because the kids think all it is some garbly-gook, like the South Park joke. It's just some garbly-gook to make parents go, "What are you talking about?"
They're not targeting my kids. Well, see, here's the thing about that.
Yeah, so we'll show you the thing about it.
Well, okay.
We'll show you the thing about it.
Yeah. I'll see if I remember it by the end of it.
The truth about the viral 6'7" chant is finally getting exposed, and the origins of this chant is even more darker and evil than you can imagine, okay? And what makes this even worse is that the rapper who created this chant set his mind to target children, and so by doing that, he placed a popular kid jingle into this song to lure them in, okay? I want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about.
That take y'all in my Godfather career, so sacrifice goats, chicken.
Or 6'7" song is literally a chant and summoning the spirits that he operates in.
I'm a santo. I do palo. I'm a santo. What's that mean exactly? Like all that sacrificing goats and all. Not just for like that's real life. You sacrifice a goat. Sacrifice goats, chickens, mice. Like I do for certain shit though. Like I'm not allowed to explain it. That take y'all in my Godfather career, so he can show y'all something with my religion.
Follow me. Why is he not allowed to explain it?
Yup.
Ask yourself that question.
Yup.
Starts off with Elegua, which is the path opener, Ogum, Ochosi, Shango, Aigayu, Ochum.
Yeah, like you can put bad spirits on people too. Like you can put a person's name and like their birthday and shit inside the. You can put them inside the Agum pot. And then Agum like metal, like they can get shot, stabbed, something can happen to them.
So it would be something in metal that would. I heard it from him. He's in Santeria. He worships demons and he summons demons into people to harm people. In specific, he worships Ogun and Yemeya, which number 6 is Ogun in the song, and number 7 in Santeria represents Yemeya, which is exactly what he is saying in the songs, and now your kids are chanting it. It's a reason he used the Baby Shark theme. There's a reason that your kids feel addicted and like they can't stop saying 6-7. And in the songs, it's nothing but pills, drugs, and addiction. Jesus Christ could save witches and people out of witchcraft. And I pray that Skrilla gets radically saved from witchcraft and Santeria in Jesus' name, like many people are coming out of that false religion.
Okay, so Skrilla is in this religion called Palo.
Yep, you called that one, brother.
Seen enough of it.
He said, oh, wait, hold up. With my understanding of conspiracy theory numerology in the dark arts that we're fighting, and you called that one, bro.
Well, it had
right away.
It had so many, like, you only need like a 3 checklist. And if it hits 2, you better bet it's more than likely on that spectrum. So the first thing that it checked off was significant digits, 6 and 7. Okay, there's 1. What's the second one? It has a target. It's targeting specifically something. Who? The kids. Right. And get here, if you have kids and you want to not overthink things and just live in a blissful ignorance, turn it off and not listen to what I'm about to say. The kids are always the target. 24/7, 365 days a year. They are the main source. They will always be the main source, always has been. That is why there's a lot of specific rules in Judaism about kids at very young ages. And if you don't want to be angered, if not disgusted, don't look those up. Those rules in the Torah, what you can and can't do with, was it 4-month-old child? If they're past 4 months, or it's something like that, a female child.
Well, that wasn't just all of Judaism. It was that one sect that was like messed up kind of thing.
Yeah. Again, like at the beginning of the show, not all Jews are the same. Not all Jews. That's the. Right. Is it the Torah or is it the other book that's what I can't remember.
Torah is the main one.
Yeah.
But I believe they were going from they're more like a satanic Jewish cult.
Yeah, so it's probably not the Torah, it's their other, whatever the heck the book's called.
Or manipulated.
But so why, okay, you're like, why does he think the kids are always the target? Like, why?
They always are, bro.
Well, yeah, and should we explain why?
I don't know if we need to get it. It's like, blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's pretty easy.
Well,
I mean, not even that. Think about it. Okay, so if you're going to invest time and energy into something that's going to change the future course of humanity, are you going to try to change the people that are about to die tomorrow? No. That obviously would be a poor ROI on your investment and energy. Are you going to try it on the boomers, the parents?
That's why
no, not really, because they're pretty set in their ways. Their brain is past 25. Their frontal lobe isn't developing. Their minds are generally much more closed.
Right.
What minds are very open?
Yeah. No, we all understand.
It's the kids. Yeah. They have who has the longest amount of time to be able to influence with the knowledge they have? Oh, the youngest person, the kids.
That's why gangs always try to get kids and blah, 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 man.
Yeah.
It's a balling. It's a balling.
So if you have kids, don't get too extra paranoid. You just got to make them your best friends.
Well, and
you have to just let
teach them how to protect themselves.
Befriend up in it. Yeah. I think that's what a lot of parents, they're like, I have to be seen as the kind of bag. I am the enforcer. I'm the... There are some times I'm not a parent. I can't say.
It's family.
But
just like everything.
All I know is just in anything in life, who do you always want there? Like a lot of people, I wish my parents were always there. Why though do those people, because some people are like, oh, absolutely not. My parents are horrible to them. Right. Well, who's not ever horrible to you?
Mm-hmm.
Your best friend. Mm-hmm. Your best friend, dog, cat, whatever it is. So as a parent, you have basically your little pet kid, you got to teach it the world and all these things.
Yep.
Well, the kid's going to need to, if it's going to trust you and follow you, you have to be its best friend, which friends don't necessarily make other friends feel bad about themselves.
My parents did blend that very well, so that's 100% true.
Right, yeah.
Just in my personal life, dude, 100%.
Oh, do best friends just let their friends ruin their lives because they're being lazy? No, that's where it might seem like you're being stern or something, like, oh, they're being hard on me.
Right.
you know, guess
That's
what?
why I have no friends.
The things worth getting in life aren't easy. So there's always going to be some of that.
Nobody wants to be my friend because I believe in that very much. So,
but yeah,
they're like, you said some real talk shit to me that hurt my feelings. I'm not coming back here.
yeah. So don't freak the kids out. Don't get them paranoid because you might get paranoid. Like they're always coming after you guys. Just all you have to do is just think about it's great that you have kids. It's great they have a future in front of them of all the possibilities they can make. Just be their best friend. Get excited about the good things you guys can enjoy in life and just focus on that. And then it, just like everything else, what do they say is contagious and like spreads? Like once it gets going, like good energy spreads, maybe.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, everything does, right?
Right.
Because bad shit goes too.
I forget what that saying is, but it will reverberate throughout. You'll be making the good waves in the water, the ripples, to reach out and then get everybody else feeling in the same way and hopefully on the same positive vibration.
That's the point of the Truther Cast, right, brother? Spreads the awareness like a Johnny Appleseed and just try to help people. Spreads it and share the show. So click the share.
Yep. Because what's your kid going to do when it has to go out and interact with other kids of its age that might not be on the same train? That kid's going to have that. You can't ignore it. He's just so positive and just loving life. It's man, it's almost addictive. Like I just want to know. And the other kids are gonna.
That's what my parents did to me.
Other kids are gonna be like, man, wait, what's different here? And then see that it's just a whole family thing. Other than that, that kid would probably be influenced by his parents that aren't like yours to put him down the path of negativity.
Oh yeah. That's why
the only person that can change that kid's path is possibly another kid, relatable source, which is a kid of the same. So
that's why you got to change the environment because it's all
right.
about everything is your environment. So that's why parents are always about who you're hanging out with. Hold on, don't hang out with Johnny. He's a shithead. Or oh, his parents are shitheads. You know, so like oh, that's gonna rub off on you.
Right? They're doing the thing, just not stated. You know, you are a product of the 5 people you hang around.
Yeah, 100%.
It's your environment too.
100%.
If you hang out in a dumpster, you know, and then another dumpster, it probably doesn't attract the best energies.
100%, bro.
Pandora's box.
This is why Trump doesn't hang out with Barack Obama. The last few episodes, the transitions, the segues haven't been flowing. Speaking of
not really.
your product of your environment or something, who does Barack Obama hang out with? Okay, maybe this works. He hangs out with communists. And he hangs out with Saul Alinsky. Okay,
and then Satanists too,
and dicks.
Allegedly.
Well, Sinclair doesn't seem very alleged because he still hasn't been sued to this day.
He's got to at least hang out with his own dick, you know. So
yeah. Sinclair said he had one. This is coming in from our good friend, the Liberal Hive Mind, and the topic here is that he says the Pandora's box has just been opened. The topic is the Democrats dropping those emails to try and get Trump right in the news cycle to get away from him, you know, the Republicans winning and opening up the government or whatever, right? Barack Obama is now implicated even more in the Russia collusion thing and stuff like that, and possibly in Epstein stuff, right? So Tulsi Gabbard's talking about this, but it made me think, bro, like step back and just think about how humans work, okay? So like, if you had a hard time believing that Barack Obama, you know, the president would collude and make a false document with Hillary Clinton and blah, 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 get the FBI involved, and then they got all the, you know, the other FBI people that signed off on the Russia collusion and blah, 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 right? If you think that's all grandiose, at minimum, I remember how far back the Donald Trump and Barack Obama hate war goes, bro, because I don't remember if this clip is before or after Donald Trump was calling him out about the birth certificate, right? But do you remember this one?
Donald Trump.
During the mean tweets segment.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. At real Donald Trump. At least I will go down as a president.
Bro, and then dude got 2 terms. That's so funny.
I mean, they're tied. Tied on terms now.
Yeah, but he was like, "You're not even going to be a president."
Yeah.
And he got full 2 terms.
Yeah.
Like, and he was the outsider guy with everything against him.
Yeah.
So the feud's been going on, folks, because then also Donald Trump was huge in calling him out on that birth certificate stuff and shit like that, right? So at minimum, Barack would want to like make sure he doesn't become president because he'd look like a fool saying like you're not going to become president.
Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground, you know?
Like just on a stupid human man level, like, oh hell no, I said that dude wasn't gonna be president. I better stop that shit.
Womp womp womp.
Check these updates out. 21 agents flipping, man. Very, very
President
interesting.
Obamagate is
Before and after
real.
Trump.
It shows a conspiracy by a sitting president, Barack Obama, and his intel agencies to sabotage the president-elect, Donald Trump, brainwash the electorate, and undermine the legitimacy of an election.
There is irrefutable evidence that detail how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false. They knew it would promote this contrived narrative that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help President Trump win, selling it to the American people as though it were true. It wasn't.
Gabbard got her hands on a House intel report that's been locked away in a CIA vault for almost a decade. Investigators spent over 2,000 hours looking into how the Russia hoax was born, interviewing 20 CIA and FBI officials. And it turns out that the Obama administration doctored the intelligence to make it look like Putin and Trump stole the election. A month after Trump beat Hillary, Barack Obama wasn't satisfied with his intelligence reporting and ordered his CIA.
Then blah 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 blah. If you're a regular truther caster, you know the story. But 21 agents allegedly are now coming out whistleblowing on this, bro. So it's becoming even more proven.
Man, what type of character does it sound like when you weren't happy with the intelligence reports? And so then you go, they need to be how I want them to be. How are we gonna? You're just gonna do some things that might make it that way. Okay, guy out there, my little messenger dude, my little worker, whatever the heck. They
literally proved that he did not communicate with Putin about any of this shit, bro.
Well, what character would that describe?
Right?
Who would do something like that?
That sounds like a tyrannical dictator.
A king. A king, maybe. It's interesting because I thought he was about no kings. Yet there's the king.
Or their side.
There's the king trying to make his plays.
Hey, bro. Just telling him how to doctor up the documents and shit, bro. Like, absolutely wild, bro.
Yeah.
I swear to goodness, bro. Oh, my gosh. It'd be so nuts if they actually freaking put somebody in jail. That's what we're all pissed off about, right?
Yep. All this talking, all this bad doing, and ain't nobody serving no time.
I think they're going to put it off until primaries or next election time, bro, to get like the Riz out of it.
Oh, that's stupid.
I know, right?
We'll remember if it rises now at that point when it comes to midterms.
Regular people will not. It'll be next news cycle 3,000 times before then. So
I said we're not regular people.
I know, but like just something get the Riz out of it for all the people's votes. It's like
I'm talking about the people. I'll make sure to state I'm talking about the peasants. It's just jokes. It's just jokes, people. Before you jump out of your seat and cuss me out, give me the finger through the other side of the camera that I could just feel them.
That's okay. None of our viewers are hoes because they made sure to share that show, right?
Clicky, clicky, tap, tap. Magically, it sends out to a bunch of different devices.
The CIA
all 'cause
and the
one guy
FBI
wrote a
were
bunch
the
of ones and zeros.
ones doing what our enemy wanted.
Do you believe that any of this new information implicates former President Obama in criminal behavior? We have referred and will continue to refer all of these documents to the Department of Justice and the FBI to investigate the criminal implications of this. For even former President Obama? Correct. The evidence that we have found and that we have released directly point to President Obama leading the manufacturing of this intelligence assessment. There are multiple pieces of evidence and intelligence that confirm that fact.
Holy frickin' moly.
Right. Holy frickin' moly. This is the closest we've gotten. So when people do gripe about it, it upsets me too that like people aren't in jail already. But this is the best we've ever had. We've never had a frickin' cabinet member of the effing administration coming on here and literally saying, yeah, no, we've got evidence that holds Barack Obama, the former president, possibly completely guilty of leading fabrication of documents to unlawfully like jack with another president guy. Like, that's crazy.
Man, that's really crazy too. First black president.
No, he gonna ruin it, bro. Like, super shady, man. He gonna ruin it, man.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Is he really black?
He gonna ruin it, bro. It's not.
He's
cool.
like schmlack. Because he's a schmidge black. Because his skin's dark, but he's not from Africa. Oh wait, no, Kenya, right?
Yes,
it was Kenya. Yeah. Okay. Now I kept thinking Hawaii.
No, that's actually where his grandma is from, and he claims that he is from.
Yeah.
So the grandma was working at the DMV. Grandma's from Kenya too.
So I was thinking like he had the Hawaiian heritage in him.
That's where his birth certificate comes from.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where he allegedly yeah, he happened to be born in Hawaii, but Malik Obama, his brother, says otherwise. Says definitely born in Kenya.
Was the first black president.
He was already a fraudulent president.
Was he a legit citizen? That's
Bro, there's so much evidence on that, homie. It's more than likely he was not a legitimate citizen, bro. It's just
can't say 100%, but it's way up there. It's definitely way over 50%.
Nah, dude,
and that's not 57. High. It's like 75, 85.
From the shit 95. That I've seen them find recently, bro, I'm at 90. It's a 90% likely chance that he was not a United States citizen, bro. It was they installed him, bro, because they just groomed the kid, because they probably got him on some weird creepy shit and groomed him from being a little kid, bro.
Groomed the kid. Oh, so what you're saying is there's that side, those people, that team, they might be on a project for 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Hence why Erica Kirk totally could have been
right.
Definitely. She birthed children with him. Dude, that's not the craziest any agent's done to complete their mission.
How about this one? Wilkinson said, well, what if it was CIA, deep state, actually contracting Israelis to then, so then it's like, like you're like, why would the Israelis do it, right? Oh, well, maybe it was us, and they were trying to take out the right side, and then they just wanted to contract out a team so they would have their hands clean.
And also, they like money, so I'll take.
They're like, shit, I have to do
They're like, wait, we get to do something to those what do they call us?
Goyim.
Yeah. We get to do that to the Goy and get paid to do something we would do for free? Bet.
Right. Speaking of annoying things, Democrat Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs, the one that, is alleged to have completely frauded the election that Miss Carrie Lake was trying to run for against her, right? So she's under investigation, finally, for racketeering. Like, there's a lot of hope here for people actually getting effing arrested, bro. I swear to God. It's going to be the worst.
Again, arrested's one thing, serving time's another.
Yeah, sure. But I'll take arrested at minimum to get started.
At least get some public humiliation.
Yeah, I want to get at least a look at their mugshot like they got out of Trump, right?
Yeah.
And then if none of this ever happens, it's going to be the worst Justice Blue Balls I think I've ever had in my entire life. Because we're so close now.
Which is hopefully not the case, because only so many of the male side in our shoes can take so much of that blue balls and not crash out, as the kids like to say.
Blue balls suck.
And
I don't
then
want justice blue balls.
they
either.
go, we don't like the system, we're tearing it down, and then just coming up with whatever, but we just don't like this, so we're just going to go tear it down.
Right. Yeah,
Which
we're
is-
not an advocate of anarchy here at the Truther Cast. You got to get in there and fix things from the inside, replace the pieces the best you can.
Yep. But we will just tell you how we observed through history and other occurrences of multiple different same results.
Mexico's anarchying out right now, man.
Like, that's just what happens.
Well, people get fed up with it, bro.
That's
cartel
just how people will react.
If you didn't hear, the cartel likely, probably more than 90%, murdered another mayor. And so the president's like ignoring it and acting like nothing happened. And the people of like something had enough. And they're like losing it. It's full of riots. The jokes are, hey, this is what the insurrection would have actually looked like at January 6th if it was in fact actually an insurrection. Because they're going nuts. It's like nutso riots. It's like crazy. But Miss Katie Hobbs is under investigation for racketeering. A operator for group homes of 4 foster children gave Katie Hobbs $400,000. In return, Katie Hobbs let the company increase rates 65%, allowing them to steal millions of dollars from taxpayers. So this is what's aggravating, right? Because sometimes you can't get the bad guys for the literal crime, but like you'll catch them on something because they're just bad guys, right? Like the old Al Capone complex, right?
Yep.
Never got them for murder, but they got them in the taxes, So Sunshine Resident Homes, a Phoenix-based operator of group homes for foster children, just got in bed with her for the $400,000.
Oh,
crazy!
Oh man. Yeah, keep going on.
What was that?
Bring it up then.
In return, the state, via Department of Child Safety, granted Sunshine preferential treatment, including a 60% rate increase from $195 to $234 per child. So now this is legal child selling and trafficking, essentially. So after an initial denial, and expanded contracts allowing care for 322 children, up from 280. So they upped how much pays the company, like how much taking that foster kid in is, and then they upped how many kids they could have. So it's almost like this company was trying to profit maximize. Now, maybe that's okay if they're actually doing good thing. Like if there is somebody wholehearted there taking care of foster kids and turning things around and they just needed more money to get the job done. Call me crazy. They were probably farming these kids, bruh.
That's where I was gonna mention. That's what I was gonna mention.
Right?
Crap. Kids are involved again.
Yup.
And it's at the state governmental level.
Yeah, it's insane.
So who's able to check in on the kids? Oh, only official state officials.
Bro.
So who knows what's happening to those kids?
Bro, then they get a bonus.
Everybody knows the stereotypes, what happens with foster kids. Guess what? They don't have anybody that cares about it. It is sadly enough, but that's like the
they're
stigma
broken, bro.
because somebody gave them up.
And they're broken.
So nobody goes looking half the time because
Or
nobody
died.
knows. Yeah. They are your perfect, for somebody that wants to use kids for bad, those are the perfect
They're already
candidates.
broken, dude. They're already broken, bro. And then look,
it's the easiest. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's the easiest target.
it's way bad at taking advantage of them, bro. And then look, they get a bonus if the beds are all full, $4 million. So that's literally just, let's create the problem of foster children so I can keep making more money. That's incentivizing the wrong thing,
I'm
bro.
wondering when a research paper is finally going to come out on.
They should get a bonus if the beds are empty.
On best paying avenues for new multimillionaires or just having millions, and they're going to find out running foster care and doing child stuff. And they'll say it. They'll say it in an actual report. Child sex trafficking has made this many million. They will track it and they will post the actual numbers that this, like, it's actually the most profitable business out of like all these, the most money that's been being made.
Crazy.
And that means people are using these kids to make that money is with the kids. I don't know how you would go about that, but somebody needs to do that research paper and then post it, because that I can almost guarantee that's exactly what's going to be.
Right. I mean, this is like the annoying thing of what's going on right now, bro. So like we like a lot of what Mr. Thomas Massey says, right? Like Thomas Massey's pretty like
Yeah.
legitimate, right? But he goes out and then says that for some reason Dan Bongino completely like blew him off or something, like just starting some drama. So then Dan Bongino had to come out and be like, you know, super like, hey, he works for the
Professional about it, yeah.
professional about it. Yes. Because hey, he's in a high position now. So he had to be
Yeah.
like, well, actually, this is the thing that happened, and this happened, and then I called you, and then you called me, and then I called you back, and then here's the phone calls. And it's like, dude, why are we doing this infighting, bro? This is why we keep losing.
This is
God dang it.
this is the group chat between the housewives that are gossiping.
You know, bro, like, God dang, bro.
Like, okay, like if it did or not, how about you just like did he make a public announcement about it?
That's what it is.
Like,
he went off onto Twitter.
Not like a text, but like like a
He went out on X and was like, "Oh,
no. So that's what I'm saying. Like, did he go like on a stadium on a podium and make an official statement?
No, he just like went on his X and then bitched about it or something.
If he actually went like a president, all right. So there's been some things being said and actually like addressed it as they used to. That's what they used to. Now it's just making X posts.
Well, yeah, that's how the world works now, I guess, right? But
it's
just
lame.
Just the caddy drama bullshit, bro. So I don't know what the hell is up with Mr. Massey because he's got really great opinions most of the time, bro. But then now he's gonna like start some steely drama and saying, "Oh, Dan Bongino blew him off," blah blah blah. But this is the thing that just blows my mind. It's bonkers right now, bro. Because like this is why the Democrat cult keeps winning. Is because those people drop a few morals just to like for the better good of shit, bro. And then we're over here, we can't even stay unified for a whole damn year. We all got to get unified because Barack Obama and freaking Joe Biden and blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, we can't even hold it together for a whole year to stay united and support the same dude and like keep the movement going.
I mean, this could be important. You know, you got to put all like the more info, the better generally to be able to navigate to which way is wrong or not. Maybe Thomas Massey knows something we don't. Maybe Dan Bongino maybe the both of them know something that we don't. Or maybe they both don't know something that we know because we're conspiracy tinfoil had us. And they are now barking at each other because that's the plan of the deep state, or just what is a result of what is going on in the world right now. That not a lot of people are. I can't say a lot of people are not, but what has been happening, Scott? What's the big talk in the tinfoil hat world?
Which one? I'm not sure what you're getting to.
The Cialis 171. It's not Cialis one. I just wanted to make a play on the word because it almost could sound like it if you didn't know exactly. Atlas, the Atlas.
Oh, the CI Atlas.
Yeah, the CI Atlas, whatever the numbers are.
Yeah.
So I forgot who was saying it, but one of this guy that his shtick is like space weather. Not just weather here. There's space weather.
Yeah. I think I watched the same guy. Yeah.
So
I haven't memorized his
I don't know
name
if
yet.
anybody was paying attention. We had northern lights here the other night. Okay. It's been happening more often a little in the past, but it's not like super usual in Illinois. Also for being that bright and everything.
And it's all because of the solar flares, he explains.
And so the sun is about to flip magnetic fields.
We're right now in a pole change,
which only happens like every thousands of years, blah blah blah.
It's 12.
So what's been happening is we've been going through for a little bit of time now already through a solar storm.
Oh yeah, no, they're crazy now.
And people have been it's met. And what does a solar storm do?
It's like the most active that it's been in. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Blah.
So for the people that don't understand what solar storms are and like what happens because of them, what is the primary devices and stuff that are affected during a solar flare storm or solar storm, Scott?
Electricity and weather. That's why weather's been crazy, and that's what global warming is.
Almost like EMF, or as some people like to say, like, oh, the big thing that would damage all that we're afraid of, a big EMP, an EMP, electromagnetic pulse. A lot of people initially were afraid of that from a man-made perspective, but then we're finding out 50, that the sun actually will EMP us every once in a while. So people have actually been missing calls, and their phones have been acting weird. They haven't been getting service and all these, all because of the solar storm that's been hitting us.
Did you see we just missed one that would have totally knocked everything out?
Maybe that is maybe literally it just so happened to hit his phone and it didn't go through. And now they're making a big shtick over it where they're like, why are you being a crappy FBI director? Well, neither of them know, it's actually the deep state's way bigger plan, and now they are caught up in it and making a fool of themselves.
He put the big tinfoil hat on. Hey, you never know. You never know.
The big picture.
You never know, man. You
About the big picture, you know.
That's how you see the big picture. You got to put a bigger tinfoil hat on.
Yeah, exactly.
More amplification for the EMF waves
and
coming in.
That's why Texas is the best state, because they said it. Bigger's better. They didn't say tinfoil. They just know that going bigger in every instance is always better.
They said that the full geomagnetic reversals and pole flips are frequently as 10 to 50,000 years.
Yeah, so not super unknown. I feel like we're basically...
And the flip process takes 1 to 12,000 years.
Now, see, here's my shtick with this.
That's ridiculous.
That statement was probably configured through one scientist looking at some sets of data.
Yeah, we're not sure how good that one is.
Well, I'm just saying.
But the Mayan calendar tells us too. That's why I thought it was 12,000 years.
But what I'm getting at here,
because that's what people think was the Younger Dryas.
Well,
the flood.
Let's think about these things. Let's use our thinking cap. Let's break down.
I got to take my tinfoil off.
Yeah, you got to take tinfoil. No, you can just. I mean, if you don't care about messing up your hat
on the tinfoil.
Yeah, if you don't care about messing up the nice point on, you can just crush it on there. But don't want to mess up your tinfoil hat. You know what? Now you're done distracting me, and I forgot what it is.
Put your thinking cap on.
And it's gone in the wind. Well, humanity will never know, and we're probably doomed. The people won't know. That was a big one right there, and now it's gone. The world forces found out that I was doing it, and they sent that little message. They infiltrated your brain, got you to then distract me.
Oh, no.
And now, so you just were deep stated. You didn't even know it.
Oh, I'm the easiest to be deep stated, bro.
Why am I hanging around you then?
I'd go figure.
Well, I got no choice, guys, but I got to retire. It was nice knowing you on the cast. Cannot risk it any longer.
Yeah, bro, I'm like Erica Kirk, bro. This is all like a big fugazi. Everybody's just paid off to fake everybody. Black pill. There's no such thing as good guys, man.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't think of it already.
Dun, dun,
dun. You think I haven't thought you might be a plant?
Why the feds haven't raided us yet, bro?
Yeah. You keep saying these things, I definitely won't keep showing up.
Yeah, Lord.
You're a fed.
And then I won. And you're not spreading the word.
No.
So you fell right into my trap. Exactly what I wanted to do.
I mean, kind of, but who's really winning?
I'm winning. Because now you're not spreading the word.
So
then nobody know.
So what?
So then nothing gets better.
So?
And then life sucks.
I'm still alive.
No, you won't be. Because now nobody sees you.
So
then we take you out. Just like Charlie Kirk.
You'd have to find me.
They took him out, bro.
You'd have to find me.
So I said, oh boy, we've got whistleblowers from the ballot company Runbeck, it's called, I guess, who says that approximately 300,000 ballots were illegally inserted into the 2020 Arizona tally. So this stupid Katie Hobbs chick is up a lot in the news this last week. So let's help this one get some awareness, folks, because I definitely think the crooked Democrats were doing some funny business in that Arizona bullshit, bro. It was like ballot boxes not working and, you know, they weren't counting votes and blah, 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 blah. So investigators found that more than 100,000 filled in ballots and more than $30 million were identified by our investigators in unmarked rental cars. These vans were loaded with the ballots and cash at a private residence in Mesa and then driven to Runbeck's office. Absolutely bonkers, bro. So again, put people in jail. So she's indicted for racketeering, and now why not election fraud? But thank God for whistleblowers. So Lord protect this person. Katie Hobbs said, or no, this is Christina Bob. So a person like looking up the information. The expert who has certified these machines for the last 9 years said that the error that occurred on election day was definitely intentional. You have a whistleblower from the ballot company who says blah, 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 1,000 ballots were illegally inserted in the 2020 tally, not coming from the drop boxes, not coming from the polling locations, but brought in by Runbeck employees. Kind of like that infamous video we got of them pulling the old Rubbermaid out from underneath the table and nothing ever came of it. We were like, oh, somebody's going to look into them just pulling out a big old Rubbermaid of ballots, huh?
Well,
like during the presidential one, right? So I think it's a playbook that is used over and over and over again. That's why I never voted, bro. I always said they was rigged as shit. And then Trump got in and I was like, oh, something's broken.
yeah.
So Christina Bob was just pardoned by Donald Trump because she was exposing treason during 2020 and 2022. She was put in jail. This was the woman that got put in jail for trying to sing on it all during Biden's presidency. That's crazy. Bro. Amen. So he just pardoned her. That's amazing.
And provided to Runbeck and Jeff Ellison. The phony deeds used in the scheme to move money to candidates are created by Brittany. For-profit and non-profit PACs are also created by Brittany and used and provided
singing, dog. That's crazy. So that's definitely one that I think needs more awareness, folks. Make sure you share that one out. Or, you know, if you come on over to the locals, you got great, easy to go, uncensored and not messy, complicated like X when you're searching for stuff. Kind of like, you know, search engine here at the locals community. Because you come over to the locals community and all you got to do is search for election and it'll pull it right up. Or like whistleblower. I guess I didn't say the word election. Type in Arizona. But you could use this for mind bullets in an argument with like a friend, a family member, or maybe a foe that's more in the middle and just needs more help with awareness. Oh, yeah, and I think this is the last one I had. It was a short week. I didn't think it was too banging for informational news. 51 million person study finds that COVID-19 vaccines increase the risk of respiratory infections by up to 559%. Have you detected a theme of this week? Just like most weeks.
Just re-updates on the same bullshit they played on us, and we're still trying to just bring up what has been found to let you guys know that they screw with us constantly.
I was going to say we call it ahead of time, and then the facts come out, and we go, yeah, see, I'm not a crazy nut job.
The conspiracy theory becomes conspiracy fact.
You're right.
Once again, unless you ask certain somebody, facts are debatable.
51 million person study finds that COVID vaccine increases risk of respiratory infections up to 559%. Share this out to somebody who's still talking shit at you for saying the COVID vaccine is something that you should make sure to check with a logical medical professional about, because we're not medical professionals here, folks, and we give no medical advice. But it's something that should be looked into, because this 51 million person study, Facebook, is showing that COVID-19 vaccines are increasing the risk of respiratory infections up to 559%. Those that received 4+ COVID shots suffered common cold, up 559% in children 0 to 19. Upper respiratory infections, up 83%, children 0 to 19. Pneumonia, up 91%, COVID negative group. Tuberculosis, up 35%, the COVID positive group.
Man, so you didn't have COVID, and it was like, oh, you got to get something since you don't have COVID. You better get pneumonia then. We ain't having you be healthy. You can't be healthy. You have to have some sort of sickness. Even guess what? We can't make money unless you're sick. Because the biggest industry is the medical health industry.
Biggest damn racket too, right?
Yep.
Even adjusting for age, sex, income, comorbidities, prior infection, and time since vaccination, the dose response trend remained linear and unmistakable. That's insanity. These findings point to immune exhaustion, IgG4 dominance, and secondary immunodeficient.
Immunodeficiency.
Yeah, immunodeficient following repeated mRNA exposure, consistent with vaccine-acquired immune dysregulation. Yeah. That's the VAIDS, like vaccine injury thing that you can go get from the frickin' CDC. I don't know, man. More evidence that COVID was absolutely bonkers and that the COVID vaccine was absolutely insanity, and they completely lied to us about all of it. I don't know if they told the truth about anything, bro.
I mean, generally not.
The only true part is you can get sick on COVID and you're going to feel real bad.
Yep.
And if you're not doing well already, it might take you out. Those are all factual statements. But what is also now a factual statement is that 51 million person study finds that COVID-19 vaccines increase risk of respiratory infections by up to 559%.
51 million. That's a lot of people.
That's a good amount, right? What's the percent? 10% is 30,000 or 30 million, I mean. 10% is 30 million of America.
Right, because we're like just over 300 million.
Say like 34. We're like 350 million. So like 34, 35 million. 10%. So over 10%.
Nutty.
Way over 10%, bro. Because then another 5% would be like what, 17? So 35 and 17, right about 50.
Yep.
Absolutely crazy, bro. I will never forget that man that got cancer after 6 years of remission, and he said he thought it was the experimental medical procedures they've been giving us recently. I will never forget that poor man. And there's thousands of those stories. Hundreds of thousands of those stories everywhere, bro. They say that, like, a lot of people say, like, oh, you know one person that like was injured by the vaccine. Like almost everybody knows somebody that was injured by the vaccine. My parents got injured by the vaccine. You know anybody?
I don't think so.
Just ain't come up.
Either that or I just main thing is I'm not around a lot of people that got the jab. That
keep it tight 5.
That ends up thinning that out a little bit.
You know, you can always take the roundabout injury test. It's kind of like the old roundabout AIDS test. You know, hey Dan, do you know anybody that has AIDS?
Nope.
Must be all good then. All right.
Kind of works.
The old Mitch Hedberg joke.
Oh yeah, good old Mitch Hedberg.
That's all I got for you folks tonight, man. Anybody in that live chat got anything that we missed? It was a good one from the Wilkinson coming in hot with the breaking news from the Candace Owens at the top of the show. Very, very good. Very, very good. Any honorable mentions for you, good sir?
I still don't remember whatever it was going to be. I was going to say.
Oh, the banger one, my bud.
It happens.
Thought it was a funny joke.
It happens like every every time. So
I don't know. The last few has been
there's
pretty
at
good.
least 150 instances of things that could have been out there and been awarative for the people, but nope.
I feel like I only do it every like third episode.
Yeah. Nah.
Well, the ones you were sleeping, I didn't do it.
No, probably still did. I would put money on that it did. Yeah.
I probably should not take that bet. Because you're probably right.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm like always wrong generally. That's why it's an entertainment show, you know?
Right.
Every single thing I say on here, guys,
Yeah.
it's more than likely all just bullshit.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Everybody tells me I am wrong and doing it wrong, know it wrong, all this stuff all the time. So yeah, no, don't take any of this for any fact, any of that. This is all entertainment purposes only.
Even though I told you were right about like 5 things this episode.
But I'm not. That's a thing. I'm not, people. Don't believe anything you hear on the Truther Cast coming from me. Because it's probably
For entertainment purposes.
Yep, he said it.
Well, that's all I got for you, folks. We will see you in that next one. Make sure to share that show. Join the Locals community. That is a non-big tech censorship platform where you can come and hang out for free. And then you can post along if you want to join the Truther Tribe Primo Squad for a very low cost. And it gets even lower if you're trying to save more money and you can't afford supporting us with the normal price. Better News Feed is that code that'll get you even more of a low-cost way to help out around here because, you know, if it's $1 a month, that's fine, man. We're just out here trying to spread the awareness, even though Dan was thinking about quitting 5 minutes ago. We're here to spread the awareness,
I'm
gosh darn it.
retiring. Wasn't quitting. I'm retired.
Right, okay, touche. But we're here to help spread the awareness, folks, so more people can find realization. So I very much enjoy you joining us in this endeavor. So make sure to share this show out to just at least one person you know. And, you know, tell them about it and bring them along to the live chat, you know, next week, man. And
this economy keeps going like this. I got no choice other than to retire.
Oh, shit.
Because if I don't, I'll never be able to say I retired in life.
Oh.
Opportunity will just never come because we will have to work till we are dead to afford our living.
Yeah, 50-year mortgage, you know. Don't get Social Security until you're 70. At least Trump came out and said, like, yeah, no, I did not say I wanted 50-year mortgage. Somebody would said that shit that was not supposed to say that.
Yeah.
Like, okie dokie. Everybody's blasting him about that.
Yeah, who knows? Either or.
Right.
Either way, none of that is just how things are going. Obviously, we know it's hard to buy a house nowadays
No, we're
compared
gonna
to
stop
what
it.
it was.
No, he's going to fix the housing
40
market, and then
years
we're going to
ago.
be good. Gosh, dang it.
Oh.
We're going to build more houses. He's going to lower the price of, like, lumbars and, like, and nails, and then, like, they're going to build a shit ton of houses. We're going to be like, oh, shit, supply and demand.
I hope, but I ain't holding the light to it till it is seen.
Well, I would not
because
hold
there's all these people going to jail and getting prosecuted. That hasn't been a thing either.
Let's get them all arrested. Well, at least
You better start getting those cases won and people put in jail before all your supporters end up not caring to support you anymore, Trump. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, people are saying it's. I'm like, dude, come on.
He's doing the. I said I was gonna deliver a bunch of things and like.
He's delivered a whole bunch.
Now I'm tickling the balls.
But he has delivered a whole bunch. And that's what's annoying too, though, bro. It's like everyone forgets about all the other shit that he had like delivered. He did like 150 executive orders that were all stuff that he said he was going to run on.
Right.
And then we're like, oh, this one thing, baby bathwater, you know. And I'm like,
well, he did things. Yeah,
things are weighted,
he did
you
the
know,
things,
but
the important things that we really mostly voted him for,
like more weighted
we're
things.
We're still waiting.
Yeah. Then, you know, take time is true, but also it feels like a cope where it's like, I don't want it to take time. I want it now.
Yeah, I mean, we grew up in the freaking era of J.G. Wentworth. It's our money and we need it now, dude. Where's my freaking money, J.G. Wentworth?
And on that note, folks, y'all have a great week, and we'll see you next week at the Truther Cast. We got that too. We got the one. And then I guess we got one of those, okay. Oh,
wait, I'm in a different culture. All right. Who switched the
Uh.